Good day everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is another episode of Diary of a Nigerian Teacher, and I'll be answering some of the questions I got during the weekend, and I sent questions to on my social media platforms on challenges parents are having with teachers and school management, challenges teachers are having with parents and school management, challenges school management are having with parents and teachers, and like that. So I got some response. So I'll be answering some of the questions in this video as it's pertaining to teachers, and in subsequent videos I'll be inviting school owners, parents, and probably some other teachers as well to also give a response or answer some of the questions that is pertaining to them. So please ensure you watch this video till the end. So the first issue I'll actually be attending to in this episode is over time I've been hearing this thing for a while now, and at some points I'm finding it difficult to actually believe it. But then a parent asked why some teachers eat their children's meal or snack, whichever case it is, and I was actually surprised, not so surprised because I've been hearing it and I don't know why they do that. But then I'm putting in how to teachers here now. See, this act is morally wrong, and it is ethically wrong as well. It is a slap on you as a teacher. Under no circumstance should you eat your students' food or snack. On what ground, really? It's actually a bad habit. If you're actually starving or you don't have money to feed yourself or something, I think the best thing you should do as a teacher is to probably meet the school management. Let them help you out, rather than bringing yourself so low to do such. You're actually tarnishing the image of the teaching profession for you as a teacher to be doing that. And also some teachers, I learned some teachers collect money from their students. Maybe they want the students to go and buy something for them. They collect their money to go and buy some, maybe a drink or something like that. I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to know. Let me just put it out. I don't want to know the rationale behind this. I don't want to know the reason. But the reason is not tenable. Anywhere in another world, safe, in another world to come, it is not tenable anyway. For you as a teacher to be eating your students' meal or to be collecting their money. Why? A friend of mine told me about a teacher that seized the passport of a younger sister or younger brother. According to her, they were supposed to travel at a particular time, but things didn't work out as planned. Then instead of the teacher to return the passport, the teacher held on to it and probably misplaced it. Then along the line, the teacher started lying and all of that. For what? It is really very wrong. And if we actually want this, if we're actually clamoring for this change, like I said in the previous video, then this change should start with us. You don't do that. It is very, very wrong. You as a teacher to do that, it is actually a punishable offense. I feel so. I feel it's supposed to be a punishable offense for you as a teacher to do that, to stoop so low to do that. Then I also learned some teachers don't follow the scheme of work or syllabus that is given to them. Maybe because they don't know the topics in the scheme of work, so they just formulate one topic from nowhere and the one they are comfortable with, and they teach the students they teach them something that is not even relating to the scheme of work. Really, teachers are actually they're actually builders. And you doing that means you are a destroyer. You're actually destroying those kids' destiny. Because they're going to write external exam. And the way the external exam questions are set is based on the scheme of work you have with you. So if you're not following that, then how do you even expect your students to pass that exam or those exams? It is really very wrong. And now I'm putting it out to school owners. If you have a school, it is very, 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 it is so expected of you to supervise everything, ensure the teachers are doing things accordingly, teaching based on the scheme of work that lesson notes is based on the scheme of work they have with them, and that is what they are teaching the students. It is very wrong for a teacher to do that, because in the end they are destroying the kids' life and they are also destroying your school. No parents will be happy to hear that. I remember there was a school I was teaching before. I found out that the scheme of what they were using when I left that school was an outdated one. School owners, they are supposed to keep yourself abreast of everything that is happening in the educational system, either in the state level or federal level. Make sure the scheme of work is the one that is up to date, the syllabus is up to date, not the one that is out of fashion or outdated. So the teachers supervise the teachers and ensure they are actually following that, and they are teaching the students the right thing, because these students will actually grow up with this, and this is like a foundation. If the foundation is bad, then what do you build on it? Now, another thing that students talk about in relating to teachers is passion. Really, this teaching profession, if you don't have passion for it, trust me, you will flop. Because one of the things that we even discourage in the first place is the pay. The pay they give Nigerian teachers is nothing at all. But it is the passion that will keep you going. It is the passion for the students that will make you want to go extra mile for them to understand what you are teaching them. So if there's no passion, trust me, anything can actually get you angry and just be like, and you just act up at any slightest opportunity. So passion will make you do things right. Like you just want to know that irrespective of this thing, I still want to be in this profession. I've actually seen so many things that should make me not be in this profession again. I've been in a situation where a proprietor wants to beat me because I asked for my salary. If there's no passion, trust me, I would have left teaching profession, but it's based on passion. So you have to have passion for these kids, have passion for the profession itself, for you to actually make headway. And that's why you will not do some things, because you know that, no, this thing is wrong, I cannot do this, to tarnish my image and to also destroy the lives of the students. Then moving forward, I'm going to be talking to parents now. See, parents, I need you to know that teachers are not superhumans. They are human beings like you, and you should treat them like one. And I'm going to start with this. Please try and appreciate your students, your kids' teachers. The appreciation might not be in form of money. Might not, at least let them know that you actually appreciate what they're doing. I know you are paying school fee, and the least you can do as human is to appreciate what another person is doing. Some parents don't even have the patience to take their kids, to help their kids with their homework. Talk more of a teacher that spends hours with them, even when they are throwing tantrums. So appreciate your teachers. Appreciate your kids' teachers, rather. Let them know that they feel like you are. Let them feel appreciated. They don't have 10 years too now. They have families too. They have their own lives too. Then parents, please don't see the school as a dumping ground where you just come and dump your kids in the morning and come and pick them up by 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the evening. I feel that's actually wickedness. Now, there's a difference between crèche and school. Crèche, maybe just for them to play around, play with other kids. That's a different case. But in a situation where you leave them in school, bring them to school, maybe to 8, and you come and pick them up in the evening by 6 or 7. Why? What are they doing in school till 6 or 7? I really want to ask them, what are they doing? What do you want them to be doing in school? I feel most parents are doing that because they want to have their own freedom. I feel it is wrong. It is wrong. The best you can do is let them stay at home. Get somebody that can stay at home with them. Or you find somewhere they can be playing, maybe a neighbor's place or something, rather than leaving them in the school compound where they are supposed to be relaxed. After school, they are supposed to relax their brain, catch up with something, even if it's playing around. Let them get acquainted with other things. Then another point I'm going to be raising is parents that actually embarrass their kids' teachers in the presence of their kids. Now, I've had like 2 scenarios, or maybe I've witnessed like 2 scenarios or 3 scenarios of parents coming to confront or embarrass or fight, go physical with their kids' teachers, maybe because the teacher went overboard. But I feel the best thing that should be done in this situation is let the school management know. If in the first instance, second instance, third instance, the school management is not doing anything, then you can probably involve law enforcement agents, maybe like a policeman, the police, rather than coming to go physical with your teachers, with your kids' teachers in the school compound. One, it's really embarrassing to you as a parent. It's actually a slap to you as a parent. Then two, you are not helping your kid in whatsoever form. If the teacher has done something you are not comfortable with, I think the best thing is, if at all you want to meet the teacher, call the teacher to a corner and pour out your mind to the teacher, rather than scolding the teacher in the presence of your kids. What are you doing in that case? If you are doing that, you are actually, it's like you are blaming the teacher for your child, and you are not building a good relationship between your child and the teacher in that instance. Because your child won't see anything bad in what he or she has done. And the next time they will do more than that. Kids are yes, they are like that. They know that anything they tell you, believe them. So give your kids' teachers a benefit of doubt. If your kid or if your child has comes home to tell you something, it's expected of you as a parent. Put a call to the school management and let them talk to the teacher and hear the teacher's side of the story. Then, because these students sometimes, I know you trust your kids. Yes, I'm not saying you shouldn't trust your kids. I know you trust your kids. And sometimes these students, when they get to school, they act based on influence. Some things they don't do at home, they do it in school. So you call the teacher and talk to the teacher, rather than coming to fight the teacher in a school compound, or you slap the teacher. Yeah, I've seen a scenario where a parent slapped the teacher. For what? The teacher didn't fall from heaven. The teacher was born by a woman like you. So going physical with the teacher is actually wrong. It is really very wrong. Let us call a spade a spade. At least it should get to a particular stage before any of that will even happen. And if any of that has to happen, then it shouldn't be from you. Rather go through the law enforcement agents. Or you go through the school management, let them deal with the teacher by themselves. Rather than you coming to embarrass the teacher in the presence of a child. Then another one I'll be talking about is parents depending on a teacher to do everything they are supposed to do to their child. See, the students only spend, let's say, 8 to 10 hours, depending on the age, in school, out of 24 hours. That means the remaining 14 or 16 hours, they spend it with you. And so there's little to what a teacher can do. And like I said earlier, the teacher is not a savior. The teacher is only a builder. They help you, and you have your own duty to play. You have your own role to play as a parent too. So you don't say because you pay school fee and you expect the teacher to do everything, or you expect the school to do everything. Some parents even put a call through to their kids' teachers when their kids at home, they are not doing what they're supposed to do. They'll call the teacher, please, your student is not doing this. Let me talk to her so that she can do this. That's a slap on you as a parent. So you mean you don't have a control over your child, and you expect the teacher to have a control over your child on your behalf because you are paying school fees? That's outrightly wrong. Outrightly wrong. Then, now to school management. Please, there's this saying, this vague, or I don't even know what to use for that. This saying that teachers' reward is in heaven. Please, there's nothing of such. Pay your teachers as I went due. It's actually a sin on your path if you are not paying your teachers as I went due. Then you call pastors or imam to come and pray on your school, and you give that imam or pastor, you give them honorarium. You call people to come and pray. Yes, I've actually witnessed a scenario. This man was owing us. He bought a car and bought us gala and nuts to actually celebrate that he got a car, and he was owing us. It is really wrong. The teacher's reward is not in heaven; it is on earth. Let us start reaping the reward. Let us start getting the reward on earth. The teachers have family that depends on them too. The teachers have a life that they have to live. They are not just working because they want to get a reward in heaven. You are not God. Let God be the judge of that. Pay them as I went due. ensure they are doing their job. That's another point. Ensure they are doing what they are supposed to do. Because in the end, it is the students that will be suffering, not the teachers. The students will be the ones suffering. In return, it is your school that will be suffering, because no parents want to bring their kids to your school. So please, all of these points I've raised, depending on which one applies to you, please let us do better. We can actually do better than we are doing. Thank you very much for listening to this question and answer episode. I couldn't read all of the questions out. I just had to sum up the old questions and come up with points that should be discussed. So that was what I did. That's what I did. And so please, if you have questions as well in relating to all of these things, you can drop your comments in the drop your question in the comment section, or your opinion in the comment section. Please, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please, I beg you, help a sister, please subscribe to my channel, like my content, and share as well. You can share on your group page, on your group, in your groups. You can share with your neighbor, share with everybody. Please let us spread the gospel. Let's spread the gospel. And don't forget to turn on your notifications, so you'll be among the first set of people that will watch my next video. Until we see again on another episode, do have a great day. Stay safe.